Welcome to History Love, where we explore the stories, people, and events that shaped our world. Let's dive into the past and uncover history's most fascinating moments. Battle of San Jacinto. The midday sun cast long shadows over the marshy banks of the San Jacinto River. A humid breeze stirred the tall grass, whispering secrets of an impending reckoning. On one side, the encampment of General Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna sprawled in disarray, his weary soldiers resting under a deceptive sky of peace. On the other, General Sam Houston and his determined army of 900 Texans readied themselves for a final, decisive strike. Their eyes burned with fury, their hearts pounded with vengeance. This was not just another battle. This was justice for the fallen at the Alamo and Goliad. For weeks, Houston had played a dangerous game of patience, retreating when others demanded action, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. He knew his men needed time to train, time to steel themselves for what lay ahead. Santa Anna, growing overconfident, had split his forces, leaving his main encampment dangerously exposed. On April 20th, the two armies finally met in the swamps of Buffalo Bayou. Cannon fire echoed across the water, the air thick with the scent of black powder and anticipation. But when night fell, neither side committed to a full-scale attack. Then came the fateful afternoon of April 21, 1836. Santa Anna, believing Houston to be hesitant, allowed his troops to rest, failing to post sentries around his vulnerable camp. He did not see the danger lurking in the tall grass beyond the riverbanks. As his men dozed in the sweltering afternoon heat, Houston's force crept forward in eerie silence, their boots pressing softly into the damp earth. The Texans were nearly upon their unsuspecting foes when the order came. Fire! The twin sisters, Houston's famed cannons, roared to life, their shells ripping through the still air. The Texan line erupted in a deafening battle cry. Remember the Alamo. Remember Goliad. Like a tidal wave, they surged forward, musket balls cutting down soldiers before they could grab their weapons. Chaos swallowed the Mexican camp. Santa Anna, caught off guard, scrambled for control, but it was too late. The Texans showed no mercy, driven by the ghosts of their fallen brethren. The Texans fired at close range and rolled over the hasty Mexican breastworks. Santa Anna's defense collapsed as panicked Mexicans tried to flee the cavalry across the marshes. After an 18-minute fight, the remaining Mexicans surrendered, but Santa Anna slipped away in a private's uniform. Within 24 hours, some 600 Mexicans had been killed and more than 700 captured, including eventually Santa Anna himself, recognized only after Mexican soldiers addressed him as Presidente. 9 of Houston's men had been killed or mortally wounded, and about 30 wounded less seriously in this heavily lopsided victory. Houston's ankle was shattered by a musket ball, and he received Santa Anna's surrender while lying on a blanket under a live oak whose descendant can be found in San Jacinto Battleground State Historic Site today. Santa Anna and his soldiers were freed after he agreed to end the war, and Santa Anna returned to Mexico City. Houston's victory at San Jacinto, the final military engagement of the Texas Revolution, led to the founding of the independent Republic of Texas, and indirectly to the U.S. war with Mexico the following decade. Though brief in duration, then, the battle can be considered one of the most consequential in the history of the United States. Losses: Mexican, 630 dead, 208 wounded, 730 captured. Texan, 9 dead, 30 wounded. Thanks for joining us on this journey through history. If you love this story, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to History Love. Together, let's keep the love for history alive. See you in the next chapter.